Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on another session of We Connect Academy, Learning from Women Leaders Around the World series. My name is Andrea, and today I'm very happy to introduce Marie Lavoie. She is the president of GreenCompete Inc., a Canadian-based certified business advisory firm that helps companies grow and compete. Her background encompasses a wide range of management roles, and over the past 10 years with her company, they have delivered projects for clients in North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and Africa, helping them meet their business objectives. She really believes that business collaboration it speeds up and multiplies the ability of companies to expand and reach new markets. So today she will share some tips on how to enhance your opportunities to connect and expand your company and your brand. I'll let Marie introduce herself, but I would like to remind all attendees that you're in listen only mode. That means that you cannot speak. So if you have any questions, please type them down in the chat or Q&A boxes. I'll make sure to read them out loud at the end of the webinar. This is a one chance opportunity to learn as much as possible, so we encourage all of you to do as many questions as possible, writing them down in the Q&A boxes. Thank you so much, Marie, for being here with us today. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Andrea, for the introduction. It is a pleasure to be with you here today to talk about how women entrepreneurs can excel through business collaboration. I strongly believe that the fastest way for women entrepreneurs to grow their business is by developing collaboration. This is from my experience, but also success stories that I've seen from other women entrepreneurs. I really strongly believe that not only we can collaborate among ourselves, but also with other business that have a good strategic fit. The key points that I would like to cover during these presentations are here on the screen that you can see. The first one is why business collaboration is important for you. The second is what are the different types of business collaboration you can use that will be practical for you in your own country and also in collaborating with other companies abroad. The third one is where can you find the right partners for your business? The fourth point is how can you collaborate with other business? And I will mention best practices, tips, and advice that will be useful for you. The fifth point is I will give example of successful business collaborations from women-owned enterprise. They will be example from companies that are selling a product, that are selling a service, or are selling a technology. My goal here is to inspire you to develop collaboration. So first, why is business collaboration important? Business collaboration speeds up and multiply your ability to expand and reach new markets. Whether you're looking to expand in new markets in your own country or you're looking into finding partners in Europe, Latin America, Asia, any other places. So this is important. Partners can help you find new customers and increase your revenues. Partners can also help you distribute or promote your product or services. They can help you manufacture your product or technology. They can also help you finance your R&D, which also it can also help you grow your company. What are the major benefits of business collaboration? Well, I have highlighted some points earlier, but here are the key benefits that I find are the most important. You can grow your business, increase your sales, and increase your revenues. You can expand in new markets domestically and internationally. You can develop new product or service, and partnerships can help you innovate if you collaborate, for example, to add a new product or service in your portfolio of projects or portfolio of service or product. You can also expand your product and service offering. You can build your brand, increase your visibility. You can get investment in new venture, in new projects, in new initiatives. Another benefit of business collaboration, it allows you to increase your competitiveness, make you different from your competitor. It can also cut your cost. If, for example, you're sharing offices, if you're sharing marketing expenses together. So we will talk more about it later. Who is using business collaboration? Well, all the most successful companies are using business collaboration and strategic alliances. All the large companies that you can think of grew through business collaboration, strategic alliances, and partnerships. Any large companies in your country that you can think of. For example, in North America, we can talk about Google, Apple, IBM. In South Korea, for example, Samsung. In China, Alibaba. In any big companies that you can think of, they all grew through strategic alliances. So this is the best kept secret. So for small, medium, and large companies are using business collaboration and strategic alliances. So this is an opportunity for small companies to leverage business collaboration to grow and compete. So all sort of companies are using collaboration, product, service, technology, and online businesses are using collaboration. And companies are using collaborations in all sectors: life sciences, information and communication technology, agriculture and agri-food, energy, consumer products, financial services, transport, construction, tourism, professional and business services. So those are all sectors. Then there might be some that are missing, but everybody's using collaboration because we all have limited resources, both human and financial, whether we are small, medium, or large companies. So collaboration is a way to leverage your goal, your business strategy. So before I go further in the presentation, let's define what is business collaboration. Collaboration is a working practice whereby companies and individuals work together to a common purpose to achieve business benefits. Business collaboration enables company and individual to work together to achieve a defined and common business purpose. Strategic alliances formalize business collaboration. So what is a strategic alliances? A strategic alliance is an agreement between two or more parties to pursue a set of agreed upon objectives needed while remaining independent organizations. Typically, two companies form a strategic alliance when each possesses one or more business assets or have expertise that will help the other by enhancing their businesses. So in strategic alliances, partners may provide the strategic alliances with resources such as products, distribution channels, manufacturing capability, project funding, capital equipment, knowledge, expertise, or intellectual property. So you can see there's a wide range of resources that can be shared, exchanged, agreed between the partners. That's the beauty of business collaboration, strategic alliances. There's a lot of options. So what are the types of business collaboration that are most used? Marketing, sales, and distributions are one type. So this is, you can collaborate with another business to market, sell, promote, or distribute your product or service in a specific market. You can also co-market your product or service with another business, which allow you to offer, which is offering a compatible products, but is non-competing with your product or services. Another type of business collaboration is licensing. You buy, for example, a license to manufacture and or sell a product, a technology from another company. So you buy and sell, and it's to you have the license to manufacture and sell in another market, another country. A third type of business collaboration is teaming and joint bidding. You team up with another business to bid on a request for proposal. A fourth type is research and development. You partner with a company or research institutions to develop a new product or technology. A fourth type of business collaboration is manufacturing. You collaborate with another company to manufacture your product or technology. So, for example, if you are you have a new technology, a new product, and you need a partner to manufacturing it, whether it's in your country or another country. Co-location of operation and staff refers to services that are located in the same physical space. For example, office, building, though not necessarily fully integrated with another business. So you share same space, office with another business, which allow you to share cost. So co-location can involve shared space, equipment, and staff. So what it does it reduces your overhead costs. So this is also often used. Another type of partnership is technology partnerships. So we see this, for example, between a computer hardware manufacturer and a small firm of system integration consultant. In this case, the consultant sell technology to consumers and provide post-sale services on an ongoing basis. So this is one example that is used sometimes in IT, where system integration is important, but there's also other sectors where it's used. Where to find business partners? There are various places to find business partners. I will list here some of them to inspire you. You can leverage women-owned and women-led organizations, such as We Connect International. You can attend trade shows and conferences in your own sectors, your own industry, in your country, in other countries. You can attend large companies, partner, and supplier events. At We Connect, there's a lot of events related to supplier, which you are. This is very good. There's also other large events that are organized by large companies. They call it's for their marketing partner, for their resellers. So this is what I'm referring to here. You can also join professional association in your own areas, your own sector, where other business owners or business representatives are members. You can leverage the membership of industry associations, professional association, and chambers of commerce, both in your country and other countries. You can reach out to other small and medium suppliers of large companies who supply or want to supply to those organizations. You can leverage your social media network, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, any social media. So those are examples of places, organization that can help you find business partner, potential business partner. You can also attend trade missions, which is a good way to meet with external buyers, external partners. How to collaborate with another business? You can leverage supply chains in your country with global ties. So there might be large companies that have have a big access to supply chains, so you can leverage those. By becoming a supplier to companies that have an international presence in your country, you gain exposure to international market. You can also leverage foreign subsidiaries in your country that export to international markets to take your product or service global. You might already be doing this, or you might want to do a bit more of that. That's one strategy that a lot of companies are using. You can collaborate with small to medium size enterprise already in international market that can promote your product, distribute or resell your product or services. You can also find an SME partner who has complementary expertise or offerings and approach customers together in a given market. An established SME partner in your target market who is already a supplier of a large company can help you gain access to supply chains. How to collaborate with another business. Again, I'm almost finished on this section. We're going to go to some examples soon. You can strengthen the relationship with your current clients who have an international presence or are interested in expanding in new markets. Package your product or service together for an international market. So if you already have a client in a specific industrial sectors, that's a very effective way to go global. You can also open your market to international partners who will in turn give you access to their market. For example, you can add an international partner product or service in your offering for your domestic customers and propose to that partner that they add your product or service in their offering to their customers. You can also find a research and development partner to improve or develop a new product to innovate and stay competitive. If your product technology needs some improvement, or if you need to develop a new product or technology. You can buy a license to add a product, technology, or service to your company's offering. Obtaining licenses for specific geographic areas will enable you to access new markets quickly and increase your revenue. This is done a lot in many sectors, ICT, life sciences, also in the professional services. You can also find a manufacturing partner to reduce your manufacturing costs and be near your customers in targeted market where you want to do business, where you need to reach out to specific customers. You can find a financial partner to finance your company's activities, such as developing a new product. You can also find investment partners, such as venture capitalists, to invest in your company expansion and take a stake in your company. If this is the route you want to take, depending where you are in your business. So I promised some example. I'm going to give you 2 examples. Here's an example of a very famous woman entrepreneur. She is using partnerships by she's actually present in 55 countries, and she has distributors all over the world in Europe, Asia, Middle East. So her name is Sarah Blackery. She owns Spanx. It's an American foundation garment companies. So they sell leggings, underwear. She started the company in 1998 from scratch. She has a large network of retailers in the US. She sells her products online, and she, as I mentioned, is using now international distributors and retailers, and she's been growing in 55 countries in Europe, Asia, Middle East, and she's still growing. So this is a good example of how Spank's strategy has. She's been using Spank's strategy has been to use local partners in each country as its distributors. So it's a very good example. Another example of a woman-owned enterprise that has been very successful to collaboration is the CEO of Extreme Solution. It's an American information technology and cybersecurity company, which was founded in 2002. Extreme Solution has developed collaboration with a number of companies to deliver IT and cybersecurity solutions to its customers, corporation, and government. As you can see here, she's developed partnerships with a large number of companies. One of the strategies she's using, she's a reseller of Cisco, Dell, and Microsoft. She's a reseller of their product technology, software, and application. Being a reseller of those companies give Extreme Solution an association with big brands, which is a good way to gain trust from customers. When a small company becomes a reseller for a large company, it often gives the small company access to business development, sales, and marketing. So all those large companies that have all those large companies as a marketing partner program. Sometimes they call it reseller program. So they have a very good program for their small reseller, and they provide access to business development, marketing, and sales. So this is a strategy that she's been using, and she's been quite successful because Extreme Solution has maintained an average annual growth rate of over 44% year after year for the past 5 years, and is constantly moving into new markets and regions. So she's a model for us to follow. Best practices to establish business collaboration. I'd like to cover some best practices with you because I think it's very important to know how you can, the best way to develop collaboration. Find partners who have good synergy and complement your business. It's very important that you find partners that have a strategic fit for your business because you are trying to develop collaboration that will meet your business objective, your corporate objectives. So finding companies that have a good synergy, that have a strategic fit is important. You need to establish a list of criteria to select the right partner because you don't want to, you have to be very specific, very clear about what type of partners you're looking for. So establishing a list of criteria will help you screen, select the partner as you are approaching them, as you are working with them. You need to set goals and objectives and a partnership strategy. So when you are entering into a collaboration or strategic alliances with another organization, you need to have a set of goals, what you plan to do, a set of objectives, and also a partnership plans, what you intend to do with the partnerships. You need to develop an operation plan with your partner, what it will look like as it relates to operation, sharing of resources, who's going to do what in terms of communication, how the lines of communication will, how you will do the lines of communication, how you will communicate with one another, for example. You need to establish roles and responsibilities for each partner, who's doing what. You need to plan resources that each of you will allocate. For example, if it's financial resources, if it's human resources, if it's equipment, if it's office space, you need to plan your resources. You need to develop a joint value proposition if you are selling together. I will talk more about this soon. So those are some best practices that you can use. So I mentioned earlier, you need to establish communication and be aware of cultural differences in working together. You need to negotiate the goal to establish a win-win collaboration. A collaboration is not, it has to be a win-win. everybody has to be a winner. Monitor and measure activities against goals and objectives. So you might want to have a performance framework. You might have might use it with an online system that allows you to track and measure your goal, but also the result that is coming from the partnership. You can develop a trusting relationship for successful collaboration. It's very important to build trust in the relationship before you enter the collaboration, during and after. So making sure you have good trusting relationship. Use a lawyer and business professional to get advice for the legal agreements and protect your intellectual property. And plan an exit strategy. So most of the time, strategic alliances are for a specific time, specific period. So it's important to plan your exit strategy. For the time of the strategic alliances and the partnerships. So that's an important best practice. Next, how to attract business partners. Well, you need to shine with a good value proposition. Making a pitch. So it's important to prepare a pitch for your potential partners and let them know who you are, why they should partner with you, what you can do together, and what's in it for them. So you have to be prepared to inform them about your current clients and partners to build trust. You can also gain trust by informing potential partner about your credentials, your standards, certification, your memberships in professional association and industry association. Those are some examples of how you can gain trust. So it's important to attract. So you have to have your clear value proposition. What you will bring to this specific collaboration partnerships, and also prepare what will be in it for them. And how will the collaboration, the partnership be of great value to both companies, both organizations? So I mentioned joint value proposition. So a value proposition is a statement that answers the why someone should do business with you. It should convince a potential customer why your service or product will be of more value to them than similar offerings from your competitions. So that's the value proposition sometimes when you present to your customers. But here we're talking about a joint value proposition. So a joint value proposition comprises everything that wraps around your product or service and creates the total value for your end customers. So both partners have to have, so you will have a joint value proposition that you will present to the customers. So what is, for example, if you are selling a product with another companies, you both have two products, what will be the value proposition for those two products for the end customer? It's the same if you're partnering, let's say you are a product company and you're partnering with a service company. What will the service and product together do? What would be the benefit for the end customer? So it's all by two or more companies coming together can help meet the customer's needs. So what the joint solution can do for the customer. So I'll give you more example of women's business that have used collaboration in different sectors and regions. Okay, we have here a translation and business solution company. A woman, it was created by a woman, Claudia Mirza. Her company is Akobi. She founded the company in 2003. Claudia has led the company from a language translation company to a global provider of multi-language business solutions, including interpretation, staffing, contact centers, learning services, and localization. Under her leadership, the company has flourished to become an award-winning, fast-growing international company with a 5-year growth rate of from 2012 to 2016 of 1,267%. So she's grown tremendously. She's grown because I was here, sorry. So Mirza, she's grown because she's been using in various countries. She's grown in Africa, Senegal, Arizona, Dominican Republic. So she's grown internationally because she has developed collaboration with various organizations. So the partnership has helped her add new services and grow the business over the years. So this is a good example of a company who has done very well. Another company is CRL Brands. It manufactures cleaning product lines. It's a family business that was transformed by Alison Gotterland, the third generation owner, using business collaboration as distributors. She has large distributors across the US, and she has online sales. She has distributors in Canada and Australia. Her products are also available to Amazon for international markets. So Amazon is used here as the e-commerce platform to reach out to international market where she doesn't have distributor. But there's other e-commerce platform that can be used for companies that want to enter new market if they don't have international distributors, formal international distributors in specific country where they want to do business. So this is a good example of a lady. She's third generation from a family company. Another example that I'd like to mention, it's a company called Bet365. Bet365 is an online sports betting casino, poker, game, Vegas, bingo company. It was founded in the UK in 2000, and they have at the moment 35 million customers globally. What Bet365 has done is that they have used collaboration strategy. So collaboration strategy has been created. She has used collaboration strategy. A collaboration strategy has been to create an affiliate program for partners that are willing to promote its services. I'll show you here. So Bet365 affiliate program is a professional marketing system used by individuals and companies who own and operate the website for the purpose of promoting the company to their customer base. So, for example, when a visitor to a partner site becomes a referred customer by clicking on the Bet365 link, fully registered and make an initial deposit, the partner earns 30% commission. So the beauty of this program is that she has created an affiliate program for partners that are willing to promote her services. And it's a win-win because she increased her customer base, she increased her customers, she makes revenue, but also the partners earn revenue. So a lot of companies are creating affiliate programs, referral programs, and they give incentives such as commission or other incentives. So that's an example of a company that is using collaboration in an innovative way. So a conclusion, a powerful way for women-owned and women-led business to grow and increase revenue is by working together. Collaboration enables women with limited resources to build expertise, innovate, and reach market more quickly and at a lower cost. So I am available and very happy to answer any questions you have today.
Thank you so much, Marie. Time for questions, people. That was a great webinar. Great information for all of you who are interested in maybe going abroad but are not really sure on about how to access new markets. So she gave really important tips. So for all of you, just remember that you are in listen only mode, and if you have questions, please type them down in the Q&A chat box that you have in front of you. So we will have the rest of the time for questions. So don't waste the opportunity. Marie, I'm curious about something. All these companies that you've shown the examples, have you had the chance to work with them, or?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a good question. Those are companies. I try to look for the best companies that I thought will add value to the presentation. I try to pick companies that have product, technology, and services. So those are, I have more, but yeah, those are examples. But yeah, so those are specifically for the presentation. I have other examples I can give for that are projects that I've worked on, but those are examples of companies that I'm not a partner. I'm not a partner with. I haven't done any business. They are examples that I look for specifically for the presentation.
Awesome. And would you like to share, some of examples of how specifically you can help companies, achieve these goal of going or expand their market? Maybe you can provide an example of a company that you've helped in, outside of Canada. Would you like to do that?
Yes. For example, I've helped a company in life science with health technology enter the Chinese market. We developed strategic alliances with the manufacturers and a distributor in China. So the steps we use, we first look at the market, the competitor for such a product in China. We prepare a good value proposition about the companies before entering the market. We identify key manufacturers and distributors in the specific markets. We used industry association in life science for the clients to find the right partners. We also use people with knowledge in the life science in China. So this is one of the example of the companies with the technology entering the Chinese market.
Wow, that's great. I have a few questions here. So Aura is asking for a specific example. Thank you, Marie-Josée. I follow some companies on Instagram who I would really like to partner with. Would you recommend that she just write, a letter with her value proposition? If they say no, for example, do you recommend her to keep trying to convince them?
Yes, I would think Instagram is a good way to find partners where you might have a strategic fit. I would suggest that she prepare a value proposition. What would be what she's offering, and what she thinks would be what would convince the other partner. A good value proposition. And the best way also to contact is by sending an email or asking for a phone call. If she's in the same town, asking for a meeting. But it's really to, I would say, to discuss. You write an email, or you write an email, or when you speak with a person, is to discuss, to explore collaboration between our. I'd like to have a phone conversation with you, or I'd like to meet to explore possible collaborations. So this wording works. So yeah, it's mostly looking at Instagram and finding where would be the right fit. You need to, as I mentioned earlier, making sure you will present what would be in it for the partner.
Okay, and if they say no, would you recommend her to insist?
If they say no, well, it's very important it's depending if it's a small or large company, medium or large companies. She has to speak with the right person. Of course, if she's looking into developing a marketing collaboration, she needs to speak with the director of marketing, or director of business development of the company, not the director of research and development. So if it's a small company, she might want to speak higher up too, like the CEO or one of the VP. But if she doesn't, if she is getting a no from a large companies, I would say she needs to insist, because she needs to go to another person. So that will be my but she needs to insist if she goes to a large, and she can still insist if she's trying to approach to a small companies. She just needs to change the angle, the value proposition.
Got it. So yes, or you should try to maybe say it differently, but don't give up so easily.
Exactly.
Just also another reminder to all the attendees that the session has been recorded. So the recording will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't follow us on YouTube, do it. And you will also receive a follow-up email tomorrow with the video attached. So yes, the information will be available for you for your use. Any other questions? Everybody, this is your last chance to really take time to learn about what you need to do to explore other markets. Let's see. So Aura said, "Thank you so much. Awesome." Okay, let's maybe give people one more minute. Is there anything else you would like to add, Marie-Josée?
No, I think I was very happy to have the opportunity to share my passion about business collaboration and partnerships, and hope people will leverage the WeConnect events to collaborate more among each other. Have coffee with other colleagues when you're at WeConnect events, and explore opportunities to work together, whether you're a product company or service companies. I think there are lots of opportunities for women to collaborate with each other, but also with other business.
Yeah, that's correct. WeConnect, that's our mission, that you really get the opportunity to work together, to really leverage your women brand and expand your market. So thank you so much for that, Mary. I think you've joined some of our events in the past, and I believe that has been very fruitful for you. Well, Aura is saying that collaboration is a big problem in Nigeria. There's a lot of competition. But yeah, I guess that is, everywhere. There's competition everywhere. Vuyokasi is saying that she would like to explore if you would be open for collaboration. Please, as you can see on the screen, there's Marie-Josée's contact information. Don't hesitate to send her an email or visit her website, so that you can explore collaboration with this. For collaboration with Marie-Josée. They are also saying, if there's a lot of competition, how can we rise above this? Like, how can you really overcome competition?
So a good thing about collaboration and partnerships, it allows you to be more competitive. For example, by adding a new product, or adding a technology, adding a service to your offering, you're becoming more competitive. So collaboration allows you to make yourself different. So by collaborating with another organization, you become more competitive. You become different than your competitor. So it's just a matter of being creative in finding the types of collaborations, in finding the partners that will make you different. So the beauty of partnerships and collaborations, it helps you be more competitive. And this is what all the large companies are doing. Yeah. So we
Okay,
need to do the
good.
same and we need to do the same as small companies to be successful like them.
Awesome. She's saying bingo. I get that. Awesome. We're glad. We
Thank
also
you
get
so
a
much.
comment from,
Yes.
yes, we also get a comment here from Ola. She said, "Can we get leads to collaborate within this community?" What community you're talking about, Ola? I believe your community, but we don't know where you're based, unfortunately. So if you can just add to that, to your question. Again, please don't hesitate to send any follow-up emails to Marie-Josée. I'm sorry if I'm cutting your name. It is
No
difficult
problem.
for me to not don't say it completely. It's Maria-José in Spanish.
Yes, Marie-Josée. Yes.
Yeah, she's talking about Africa. Yes, please do attend our events in unfortunately we're not just operating in South Africa and Nigeria, but we're expanding to Kenya. I know that for sure, and I'm sure little by little we'll be expanding to other countries. But if you really have a global business and you think you have the potential to expand to other markets, don't hesitate to make an investment to attend either the South Africa conference or the Nigeria conference. If I'm not mistaken, that is happening February next year in South Africa and April next year in Nigeria. So get in touch with our We Connect, Nigeria or South Africa representatives, and we can make sure that you're receiving all the invitations. And even if certification is not available in your country yet, that doesn't really prevent you from attending the events. So that would be my recommendation. We are in Nigeria and South Africa as of now, and we will be expanding to Kenya next, so that everybody is aware. Okay, I think we covered. Good. So I think we've covered all the questions that we had. Again, that was a really interesting, insightful, and helpful webinar. Congratulations, Mary. It was, I think, for all the people that joined. I hope it was really helpful if you are exploring, the opportunity to expand to other markets. Again, we will be sharing the recording tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to add, Mary?
No, I'm fine. Thank you so much, and good luck, everybody. I wish you all fruitful collaboration and partnerships.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't hesitate to follow up with Marie and with us if you have any further questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.